I'm at my wit's end. I feel like I'm going to lose my mind if things continue like this. Sophia, my brother's wife, breaks down in tears in front of us. My brother angrily confronts our mother. Mom, what's the deal? Why are you being so hard on Sophia? Wait a minute. Let's hear Mom's side of the story too. I try to mediate, but my brother's anger doesn't subside. Mom, you're terrible. Something's wrong with you as a person. My brother insults our mother. Mom just sits there, saying nothing. Seeing my own mother berated by her son, my heart aches. How did things get to this point? My name is Emma. I graduated from a local college and got a job. I was living alone. Around the same time I started working, my brother got married. Sophia is my sister-in-law. According to my brother, she's gentle and a bit too naive. She does look and sound like a kind-hearted woman, but she also seems a bit unreliable, I thought. Soon after their marriage, my brother and Sophia moved in with Mom. Mom was initially reluctant. She had a tough time with her own mother-in-law when she first got married. No matter how wonderful a person is, they're still a stranger. Understanding each other is hard. That's why she always said it's best to keep a healthy distance. But my brother and Sophia insisted on living with Mom. Dad passed away early. What if something happens to Mom living alone? Don't worry, I can get along with my mother-in-law, Sophia assured her. And so they convinced Mom. Relatives and friends said Sophia was a good wife. But I didn't think so. Despite Mom wanting to keep her distance, my brother and Sophia pushed her for cohabitation. It felt like they had a hidden agenda. And that agenda soon became clear. Sophia quit her job after getting married. She said she wanted to focus on housework and prepare for the day Mom might need care. But Mom is just past 60. She's still working and in good health. She doesn't need care. And I thought it was rude to suggest otherwise. I hinted as much to my brother, but he dismissed it. Sophia is just being considerate of Mom. What's wrong with that? I didn't deal with it at all. But can you guys really live on just your salary? My question seemed to unsettle him. My brother has a history of job hopping. He's at his 4th job and has been there for just over a year. I knew his salary wasn't high. Well, we don't have to pay rent, so we're managing. I knew it. They moved in with Mom to save on rent. But isn't it tough? Why did Sophia quit her job? Look, it's not like everyone's getting along perfectly, but thanks to that, Sophia is taking care of Mom. I get to fulfill my role as the eldest son, and you get some peace of mind. Isn't everyone happy? My brother's smile looked somewhat unsettling. When they first moved in together, I used to visit my parents' house quite often. I was concerned about Mom. Mom has always been a caring person, always looking out for others, but that often leaves her drained. Living with someone who's not family even if she's my brother's wife, must be stressful. So, I visited my parents' house when I knew it wouldn't be an inconvenience to Sophia. Luckily, my brother and his wife often went out on weekends, so I could visit Mom without any worries. But a month into their living together, I asked Mom, "How's everything going with the living situation? All good?" Mom's expression clouded over. "Yeah, it's fine," she said, forcing a smile. Mom never spoke ill of Sophia, but it was clear from her expression that something was bothering her. After that, every time I visited, I noticed Mom's demeanor changing. I could sense the strain of the living situation in her uneasy behavior. Then something happened. 3 months into their living arrangement, I got an unexpected call from Sophia. "I have something difficult to discuss, and it's about your mom." What could have happened? Mom has been acting strange lately. Did they have a fight? Curious, I met Sophia outside to hear her out. "Is your mom always this naggy?" "Huh? No, I've never thought of her as naggy." "Then she must dislike me because I'm her daughter-in-law." Sophia looked downcast. "What exactly happened?" "Your mom keeps butting into everything I do around the house." Sophia's eyes filled with tears as she spoke. Upon asking for more details, it turns out that Mom would watch Sophia do chores and then take over, criticizing her the whole time. Sophia said she was at her limit, even with Mom commenting on how she uses the bathroom and toilet. I was puzzled. I know my mom isn't a naggy person. Would she really interfere that much with Sophia? But Sophia didn't seem to be lying. "Have you talked to my brother about this?" "Not yet, but it might be time to move on to the next step." Divorce? I pondered what she meant by the next step. A sense of foreboding crossed my mind, but I managed to console Sophia and promised to talk to Mom. The following Saturday, I got a call from my brother. "Can you come to our parents' house right away?" I had no plans, so I rushed over. Something about my brother's tone was unusually low and frightening. When I arrived, I found Mom sitting with her head down, my brother standing with his arms crossed, and Sophia crying. "Emma, sorry to bother you on your day off." My brother's face looked filled with anger. "What happened?" I asked my brother. Then Sophia began to sob uncontrollably. Caught off guard, my brother started speaking softly. "Mom's been bullying Sophia." It seems Sophia couldn't take it anymore and told my brother everything. So that's what it was. I took that to mean it was the right time to move on. Bullying her? I looked at Mom. She sat silently, her face expressionless. "I've heard it all from Sophia. What's going on, Mom?" My brother slammed his hand on the table. As if taking that as her cue, Sophia started speaking. I'm at my wit's end. I'm really going to lose it if this continues. Sophia continued, wiping her tears. I moved in thinking it would be good for my mother-in-law. I actually wanted to start my married life, just the two of us. Why would you? Sophia started crying again. I couldn't take her words at face value. The decision to live together came from my brother and his wife, not from Mom. Why does she make it sound like she's sacrificing herself? I felt my trust in Sophia wane. Hearing Sophia's words, my brother was furious with Mom. Mom, what's the meaning of this? Why are you so mean to Sophia? I've heard everything. You're the worst kind of mother-in-law. But I wondered, is it really just Mom's fault? Hold on, let's also hear Mom's side of the story. I tried to reason with my brother. However, he dismissed my attempts to defend Mom. Emma, Sophia asked for your help, and you did nothing. Now he was mad at me. It wasn't just a few days ago that you asked for help. I wanted to argue, but realized it was pointless with him in this state. I said nothing. Mom is terrible. As a person, she's messed up. We're done living together. Mom stayed silent amid my brother's unreasonable actions. Mom, please leave. Hold on a minute. This is Mom's house. Shouldn't you two be the ones to leave? I strongly refuted their outrageous attitude. Then, are you saying a pregnant woman like me should leave? Sophia shouted. She revealed that she was pregnant. Mom was even more shocked than I was. To find out about your first grandchild like this, I felt incredibly sorry for Mom. See? You're gonna kick out a pregnant woman? Mom, you're truly cruel and scary. Hearing this, Mom lifted her face as if making up her mind. Fine, I'll be the one to leave. She stood up and started gathering her belongings. My brother glared at Mom, but there was a look of relief on Sophia's face. Mom, you don't have to decide this now. I tried to stop her, but Mom was resolute. Emma, would you mind if I stayed with you for a while? So I ended up living with my mother. The problem was, my one-bedroom place was too small for the both of us, so we had to move. Despite being kicked out by her son, Mother seemed relieved. Eerily similar to the expression Sophia had back then. Could it be true that Mother had been bullying Sophia? I honestly had my doubts. But seeing Mother happy in her new life, I couldn't bring myself to dredge up uncomfortable memories. So, we forgot about my brother and his wife, and were content with our new life as mother and daughter. About a month into our new life, I got a call from my brother. Hey, how are you? He sounded anything but fine. What's going on? Why are you calling now? Can I come over? Is Mother there? After work, my brother showed up at the apartment where Mother and I were living. We were shocked to see him after a month. His suit was worn out, and his leather shoes were falling apart. His business bag was even splattered with mud. As soon as he saw us, he bowed his head deeply. "Mother, can you come back?" "What are you saying, brother? You're the one who kicked her out." I couldn't contain my outrage at his selfish request. He didn't respond. Mother looked at her son with a pitiful expression and said, "I knew it would come to this." So said. Both my brother and I were shocked by Mother's words. She looked like she had been expecting this all along. "Mother, what happened back at the house?" Sighing, Mother began to explain. "Ugh, Sophia is just too much for me to handle." Mom's words were shocking. Sophia is a mess. She cuts vegetables and raw meat on the same cutting board and doesn't even make a proper broth for clam chowder. When she does laundry, she mixes colors with whites. In the bath, she hops right into the tub without rinsing off first, making the water dirty. She even leaves her feminine hygiene products just lying around in the bathroom. That's the kind of person she is. At first, Mom just observed Sophia's behavior, but she grew increasingly concerned about fire hazards and the risk of food poisoning from the cutting board. Eventually, she couldn't help but speak up. Sophia took this as bullying and started to resent Mom. Believing his wife, my brother ended up kicking our mom out of the house. "To be honest, Sophia's cooking isn't great, and sometimes it even upsets my stomach. When Mom was there, that never happened. My work shirts are now stained or turned pink. The toilet and bath are dirty because no one cleans them." My brother finally voiced his frustrations about the state of the home. One look at him in his worn-out suit, and you could see how miserable his life had become. But the responsibility lay heavy on him for kicking out Mom. It wasn't easy to just bring her back. "Why don't you just talk to Sophia about it? You're gonna have a child after all." At that, my brother suddenly looked uneasy. "Actually, it turns out Sophia was mistaken about being pregnant." My head spun at my brother's revelation. Mom was equally shocked, her eyes widening. "Mistaken? What do you mean?" "Well, she's not actually pregnant." My brother scratched his head awkwardly as he said this. It all seemed like a scheme. Sophia cried to my brother that she was being bullied by Mom and lied about being pregnant to justify moving out. They kicked out Mom, the troublemaker, and got a free place to live. When they first talked about living together, my brother's smug smile made his intentions clear. But their plan fell apart due to Sophia's lack of domestic skills. Mom had noticed from the beginning, but it seemed my brother had no idea how careless Sophia was. "I did all the laundry and cooking. Didn't you see?" "Well, I saw, but..." "And once I started doing everything, Sophia stopped doing anything around the house. I even ended up doing all the cleaning and shopping." This was news to me. "What do you mean? Sophia wasn't doing anything?" "Well, My brother stumbled over his words. She said she was being bullied and wasn't allowed to do anything, so I believed her. I thought I shouldn't badmouth Sophia, so I kept quiet. Maybe that was a mistake, Mom said, sounding exasperated. Anyway, I'm not going back to that filthy house. You two figure it out. Mom was firm with my brother. I was a bit puzzled by my brother's disappointed look, but he was the one who kicked Mom out in the first place, along with Sophia. He got what he deserved. My brother left, shoulders slumped. In the end, it seems he's still managing to live with Sophia. Since being abandoned by Mom, he hasn't reached out for help, perhaps realizing he needs to step up. Who would have thought such a gentle woman could be so careless? In a way, my deceived brother is pitiable, but I have no sympathy. He got what was coming to him for neglecting Mom. As for me, Mom always said I should be competent in basic household chores. So we have clearly divided the responsibilities. Cooking with Mom is fun, and she seems happy too. Despite everything, life with Mom is enjoyable now, and it feels like a return to my childhood. But it makes me wonder, why did Sophia consult me back then? Was she planning to rope me in and make Mom out to be the villain, dotting the I's and crossing the T's? Or did she have a twinge of guilt and uncertainty about their scheme? The truth remains unknown. People aren't always what they seem. I'm looking forward to living a fun and carefree life from now on.